There we go, something like that. And then the TikTok side of things as well. Alright, so we can go live here as well. Go live on the TikTok side of things. There we go. Let's refresh some pages here so I can actually read the live chat and all that good stuff here. But yeah, starting off another fantastic live stream, guys. Once again, more Aquadream goodness for everybody here, right? Only the best. There we go. Okay. I think here we can probably zoom in a little bit so I can read chat. About there should be pretty good. Sending you guys a little bit better right here. Roll back, because we gotta get more space. We gotta show off more of the stuff, you know. Well, yeah. Here we are, guys. Welcome everyone to another Aquadream live stream. Once again, as we do every day here, 6:30 Pacific Standard Time. We are live. The mics are working. We're ready to roll. We're ready to make this work, guys. So, first of all, I just want to say I appreciate everyone coming by today. Hope you're all having a great day. I'm going to try to lower this down a little bit here. How's the YouTube side of things looking? Probably lower that down a little bit more there. Trying to work out all the angles a little bit better here. It's probably about the lowest I can actually get that, looks like. Yeah. So, that's just going to be what it is right there for the equipment that we have right now. We have a bunch of people jumping in. Oh my gosh. Jason's second account already dropping the 5 roses. Oh my gosh, you love me. You really love me. You really do. Oh, how fantastic is that? Also, you're seeing a little bit of the TV magic here. Put that off to the side. I want to see that. But yeah. Welcome everybody to the stream. Hope everyone's doing well today. Today we're going to talk about some more Aquadream good stuff, the other stuff that we like to talk about. We talk about our aquariums, we talk about our pumps, wave makers. We're going to be talking about other pumps that we have as well. We're also going to be talking about our brushes and pretty much everything that we like to do here. We're going to cover it on the channel here. So if you guys, something you guys want to stick with, make sure to tap like and follow, subscribe, all that good stuff. I love my fish tank, but unfortunately I have an irrational fear of touching fish. That's an interesting dilemma right there. Hunter, thank you very much for the 2 roses. I think we just won the Bachelor at this point, guys. We have 7 roses just to start the stream off. I think I'm good for the rest of the show. I think I made it to the season finale. That's fantastic. Yeah. Do we have any Bachelor or Bachelorette fans in the chat here? I glove up my husband and takes them out if they pass. Aw. Yeah, that's always the hard part about when it comes to being an aquarium owner, that sometimes stuff like that just kind of happens. Ava Drake, thank you much for coming by and tap and follow. Oh my gosh, the amount of likes coming in, absurd. The amount of people coming in, hanging out with the chat, absurd. Thank you guys so much for your support. Greatly appreciate it. Okay. Of course, TikTok chat just going wild once again. You low-key look different with pants on. Cutie Unk loves you. Well, I mean, yeah, because usually I've been shooting everything from like the waist up for the most part here. So yeah, actually now you get a chance to see the full fit that I rock when it comes to my, I guess you call it my uniform in a way. But yeah, we talked about it. We wanted to show more of what we can offer here at Aquadream, and so that's exactly what we're doing here. Actually, I don't think I got a chance to click on the shop up here, did I? To highlight one of our fantastic products. Let's go feature that right there. Boom. So if you guys are first time coming by the channel, we're Aquadream. Aquadream USA is where you can find us online. We have various shops here like on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, Facebook as well. And if you guys want to reach out to us here. But yeah, we are based up here in the Pacific Northwest, but more specifically the Kent area. And we're just like we're a distributor of all things aquarium needs that you might have, be it any one of these fabulous products, by the way, or any one of these fabulous tanks that we have here. and everything in between there. Like we got right down here, boom, a magnetic brush. Oh my gosh, can you believe that? Look at that. Look how brush-like that is. Oh my goodness, phenomenal, right? Or how about this aquarium? 175 gallons of pure elegancy. Don't you want this? Don't you want to come off with as a high status symbol person within your society? That's the best way to do it. Grab yourself a tank, right? Absolutely. But thanks for everyone coming by the stream today. I hope everyone's doing well. Again, if you're new to the channel, we're Aquadream, Aquadream USA online. You can find us there. And we're going to be doing a lot of stuff, just hanging out with you guys. If you guys have any questions, feel free to let me know in the chat. I got you guys written over here on my monitor so I can actually read the chat from this far away. Yo, dog pool. What's up, man? I have a song request. Oh, geez. What's the song request here? So, is it like the Beatles? We all live in a yellow submarine. That would be awesome. Actually, if I had an aquarium at home, that's absolutely what I would have. In my aquarium would be a yellow submarine, and maybe like a garden, right? For like Octopus's Garden, Beatles. Yeah. Am I just dating myself for knowing Beatles songs right now? What's the song request? Dog Pool fan. By the way, phenomenal name. Loved the Deadpool movies. All three of them are phenomenal. Dig Bars, Pirate Shanty. What? I don't think I've ever heard that before. Pirate Shanty. Oh, do you know if cherry shrimp would be a good fit for Danios? Good question. Hey, what's up? What's up, Atoll? Thanks for coming by. Switch it up, it's great. I'm a little nervous. I'm a little nervous, like I click on the song link and it's just gonna be like awful. But yeah, I think pretty much any shrimp would be a good fit for any kind of aquarium, honestly. Because shrimp really just kind of feed off of any kind of like algae growth that you might be having within your tank or something like that, or basically any kind of vegetation. So I wouldn't worry about like any issues with like your fish or anything like that. Like I wouldn't expect like your shrimp to try to like eat the fish if that's something that you're worried about. Let's see here. Cherry shrimp. Maybe they underestimated how beefy a cherry shrimp is. Oh no, they're just like your typical little shrimps. Yeah. I wouldn't see any issue. Play some songs if you can, please. Two little dudes, please play. Okay, that one just sounds like really suspicious. A song called Two Little Dudes. Okay, that's a little suspicious there. Hey, the Drake, welcome back. Well, so we did did we do some song? No, we did impressions yesterday, which was kind of fun. It sounds suspicious, but it's a great song. Trust me. So yeah. Okay, let me look it up here then. So it's you're saying that it is called like Pirate Shanty. Pirate Shanty. What was that? Don't. I was joking. Okay, yeah, that's what I thought. I'm like, there's no way someone that's like legitimate just wants me to enjoy a song out here. All right, I've seen how wild TikTok chat gets. I was gonna mute my mic before even having a chance to have it go on. Not the two little dudes. Okay. Pirate chanting. This pirate chanting song. Is it from Nathan Evans? Like the Wellerman? Dig Bar. I gotta check it out here. Dig Bar. Alright, I'm gonna mute my mic because I don't trust you guys. It's about what I figured. That's about what I figured. I knew there was no way that was a genuine request. Hey, I've been online for far too long to fall for something that easy. Okay, all right. I'm a millennial. I grew up on the internet. Okay, you can't you can't fool me with your basic little trolls. All right. I'm a social media I'm a millennial social media manager. I've been in online. Grew up on it. I was here before YouTube was even a thing. You think I'm gonna fall for something like that? You think I can fall that quickly? Come on, man. The hair be wild. Hey, it's a little on the long side of things. But yeah, let's get back on topic here because dog pool kind of threw me off here a little bit. But let's kind of first go into let's just first off we'll talk about this aquarium here specifically, right? This one that we have right here is our 175-gallon reef aquarium. But keep in mind though that it actually is available for freshwater or saltwater, depending on whatever your preference might be, right? Because everyone has their own kind of versions of what kind of tanks they want to acquire. So we want to leave that open to you users out there to hopefully get a chance to enjoy. Whatever. Thanks for joining the chat over there on YouTube side of things. Thank you very much for coming by. And also another big aspect about this aquarium, right? Because every aquarium, you need quality glass, right? And to just kind of pick up whatever kind of glass you might want to pick up, probably wouldn't that be that beneficial because you want to get some good quality stuff. Because if you get cheapy stuff, you get visual distortion, it gets worn out easily, it just doesn't look good over time. That's why we have here at Aquadream, all of our aquariums here use a tempered glass, a high quality tempered glass with reinforced with a German silica on it as well to give you that extra layer of protection. So that means that it's going to be a very high quality glass, meaning a lot of the light that will penetrate through the glass here will be going right through it, right? It won't be distorting with minimal visual distortion, no discolorations, also with the German silica built into the glass here, right? That it will also protect the walls perfectly as well. So then you don't have to worry about over time when it comes to like erosion, especially if you're using salt water, things can be a little bit more, or any kind of acidity that might happen with the tank. Definitely gets protected with what we have here. So this specific tank, or all of our tanks, honestly, here at Aquadream, we use a high quality tempered glass here. So it's long lasting, it's durable. It will make sure that when you want to observe your amazing little aquarium, right, that it will not be looking unappealing, basically, right? Because especially if you go with like a cheaper glass, like an acrylic glass or something like that, which yes, it is cheaper, but you'll be paying for it later on when it comes to the durability of it, and also with the quality, the durability of it, and also like the visual presentation of it, because with the high quality glass that we do use, that it will make sure that whenever you want to observe your wonderful fish, that it doesn't look all distorted or discolored or anything like that. I'll make sure it stays in a high quality for you guys for a long time. Even on our location online, it does state that this glass will last you 20 years. So that's why we talk about here when it comes to Aquadream, when it comes to our aquariums, that it's not just like a simple, just like little purchase, right? It's a bit of an investment, right? But if you pick up one, take the plunge with us, if you will, we'll join you along with that journey of this investment of when it comes to, improving your life, right? Making you feel more enlightened, I guess, or more, it's a very self-serving kind of enjoyment kind of thing, right? Having an aquarium. It also gave you a chance to kind of be like a bit of like a provider kind of feeling, right? So you get a chance to give like these animals a nice home, which is just a really nice feeling overall. It really is. How's the filter? Bella B, I'm glad you asked there. The filter here, all of our aquariums, I didn't even get to the second half or the bottom half of this. We're so busy talking about the top half here. The bottom half here is where we have our sump filtration system that's built into the cabinets down below. If I can probably show you guys real quick. Hopefully this comes through on stream. I think the angle might not really showcase it. No, it doesn't. Actually, no, it won't. But down below underneath this aquarium is the sump filtration system. And every one of our aquariums comes with everything that you need to have that filtration system up and running day one. So, be something like a protein skimmer comes with it. A water pump, that also comes with it as well. Filter media that you need to make sure that when the water passes through that sump system, the materials that you don't want to be in the water get caught by the sump filtration system, right? What corals? We have these kind of corals right here. I couldn't remember exactly which ones we actually picked up because I wasn't in charge of actually picking them up. But maybe someone in the chat might be able to point that out or something. So you can't fish in it, so what's the point? What do you mean? Why would you want to fish your fish? That doesn't make any sense. You mad lad? So you can move more. Can you have a catfish in there? I think it kind of depends on the size that you're looking for. At least with our aquariums, our smallest one starts at 40 gallons. Our largest one goes up to 500 gallons. So, and I know the ratio is 1 inch of fish per gallon, meaning if you have a 500-gallon tank, you can have 500 inches worth of fish. So kind of work out the ratios how you see from there. But catfish, those are pretty large animals. Nonsense. Look it up. Look it up, Gunther. That's the rule that you see online all the time. I've had people in the chat confirm this as well. About every gallon you can put 1 inch of a fish can be satisfied by 1 gallon of water. So, I mean, if you want to argue against Google, I mean, I'm sure that's probably like the super safe boundaries. You might be able to fit maybe a couple extra fish in there or something like that. But that's kind of the general rule of thumb, depending on, of course, it's very dependent on what kind of fish you have, what kind of system that you put your animals in, what kind of aquarium is it, and does it satisfy all their needs, right? And like, say for like a betta fish, you're not going to put 500 inches worth of betta fish into a tank because they'll fight each other. You don't want that, right? So that, like I said, it's a general rule of thumb. General rule of 1 inch per gallon. Of course, it depends on the type of fish, the type of aquarium. And so that's where it kind of comes down to you to make that judgment call on what works best for you. What lighting are you using? These lights right here are the lights that come with our reef aquarium right here. Let me look up the name specifically. We do have it in our TikTok shop. If you are curious, it is linked down below in our TikTok shop if you want to check it out. There you'll be able to find exactly what fits to your settings the best here. But if I look it up real quick, and so I can give you the exact name of it. Right here on the light. It is, okay, yeah, that's what I thought. I just wanted to make sure I got the name correct. So is this light right here is our Coral Reef LED aquarium light with 90 watts of power. And it's also programmable, which is a really nice thing you can do with these. So Nanoscape Aquatics, thank you much for that follow. Appreciate you over there. So with these lights are really nice because you can program them in various different ways. Say, for example, if you don't like this blue kind of light, you can have it be green or red or all white or whatever you would prefer it to be, right? You can change whatever color you want. You can have it cycle. You can program it to cycle through those colors as well. And then on top of that, you can also have a programmable day-night cycle with the lights right here. Therefore, you can kind of like give your animals that natural daylight cycle, so it helps out with like their sleep rotations and things like that. Why buy? It's cheaper. Well, Interpret. I mean, I haven't really seen Red Sea and what they really do, but the Nano all-in-one, I'm assuming it's kind of a smaller tank, right? Probably like less than 20 gallons if it's a Nano. But one thing that kind of what fits I know what makes our aquariums stand out beyond the other ones by Guillermo Rodrigo. Thank you much for that follow. Appreciate it. 26 gallons. Okay, yeah. So you have a 26 gallon Nano, right? But what's the glass quality on that? I'm assuming it's probably acrylic glass, because I'm sure they probably cut corners to make sure that make that tank like nice and cheap. But the problem is with an aquarium, if you get cheap, you're going to get cheap. It's glass, yeah, acrylic glass though, right? It's not tempered glass like this. And does it come with like its own filtration? Oh, you said it's an all-in-one, so it does come with its own like filtration system, right? But I mean, I think it's just like a different type of point of where that's a different type of demographic that they're looking for, honestly, when it comes to something like that small of a tank making nano cubes and stuff like that. I can try. Let me look it up real quick here, so I can actually bring up some quality bullet points here. So it's a Red Sea Max Nano. Red Sea Max Nano. It's 26 gallons. I'm curious what you're talking about because the one I'm seeing here from this different website here, it's selling a 26 gallon for $1,200. We can do a 50 gallon for the same price. That's what I'm looking at right here. Different competitor's website. It's a white Max Nano, but yeah. Yo, dude, you weren't active on. Okay, well, there's that too. TikTok chat being TikTok chat again. Older model was 700. It could be. Maybe it's like used or something like that. Definitely could be the case. I think also kind of just depends on. I think also like just basically like kind of the quality. Oh, is it a Cube G2? Is that what you're looking at? Red Sea Max Nano Cube G2. Because I'm seeing that one being sold for like $750 for 26 gallons. It looks like about 26 gallons. Peninsula? Oh. Well, maybe you don't, but maybe some people do. You know, and plus also we offer payment plans when it comes to our tanks as well. You don't have to drop all of it all at once, right? That'd be kind of an unreasonable ask right there. But we do have payment plans for people out there who want to get an aquarium that we have, but maybe, you know, they can't afford it all right here, right now, you know? So, it makes sense they have that kind of option out there for you. So, because I know I oftentimes when I go post things online for Aquadream, the big complaint I always see people like, oh, the price. But that's how much like those type of aquariums cost. Like, it's not just us, it's aquariums in general. That's why we give the option of payment options for people out there, so you get a chance to jump in, right? You know, Corolla that's 400. Oh, that's great for you then. 0% interest. Let me double check. Let's see here. I believe yes, but I just want to make sure. I don't want to give you guys any false information or any wrong information here. So let's like open up this one right here. We also keep in mind that it's also a pretty high quality build that we have for all of our aquariums. This one in particular is our premium aluminum reef aquarium here. That can go freshwater or salt water, right? Comes with a built-in sump filtration system down below in the cabinet on top of that. So there's that as well. But yeah, we can check it out and see what the price points are here. Yeah, check your purchasing power. Yeah, more payment options as well. Kind of just double checking things here. Yeah, you can fill out information on the location online. But yeah, it doesn't look like there are any interest with the payments as well. So I think it's all just kind of all in one, dude. You know. I figured that would be eventually someone would recognize me. But yeah, that YouTube channel is the reason why I got this job in the first place. Yeah, it's still playing. Upload videos all the time on there. Just the only problem with doing YouTube videos for myself, they don't really pay a whole lot. And I have bills to pay, you know. But at least I get to continue and feel the work that I like working in, you know. Is the build the one behind you? Wait, what do you mean by the nanoscape? I'm kind of curious. I appreciate it, Soul. Thank you. Yeah, I had a video go live today on my own personal channel, if you want to check it out. I've been doing a lot of Marathon, a lot of Halo. But also doing kind of branch out some other gaming stuff as well. Just kind of uploading whatever I feel I want to talk about, you know. Lady Ghost Dragon, thanks for coming by. That's an awesome name, by the way. Lady Ghost Dragon. But yeah, I mean, I guess we kind of rounded back to talking about the tank here, right? There's a reason why every tank has its price point, right? Some are higher than others for various reasons. Like I said, I'm not sure exactly when it comes to like that Red Sea tank, like where are they cutting on the cost right there to provide like an aquarium that size for that price. But we have aquariums here that are like 50-gallon aquariums that are going for like that same price, roughly that same price point, and they're like twice the size. Or like we have, I know for sure we have aquariums that are under $1,000 and that are on our location online, and they're 50 gallons. And for like a couple extra $100 compared to like that $700 one you were talking about earlier, get a couple extra $100 to get twice the size of an aquarium. So I mean, of course, I understand like there are those limits, right? You can only go so high before you're like, I got chill, daddy, chill, you know. But you know, this is where we are right now when it comes to all this stuff. I appreciate everyone coming by the stream today. Hope you're all having a fantastic day out there. If you guys want to make sure you catch us live next time we go live, which should be tomorrow. I should have a new setup tomorrow. Actually, we're gonna spend most of the day tomorrow getting things set up for a brand new setup for the live streams here that we like to do, so that you know, be a little bit more, I guess, a little more what you'd expect to see from a live stream company, right? Any puffer fish? No, we don't have any puffers, sadly. We have over here, it's kind of tough to see because we're so far away, but we have a coral angelfish, we have a royal grandma, we have 2 clownfish, 2 blue tangs. I can't remember what the other name for blue tangs are, but that's how I remember the name as blue tangs. We have this other angelfish over here. I can't remember the name of this little guy over here. There are also many species. My tank is cloudy. How do I fix? Tish, are you talking about the water quality being cloudy, or are we talking about like the glass being cloudy? I'm assuming you mean by the water. Because we talked about this previously with other people out there as well. We have had people come into the chat talk about like, their water being a little cloudy looking. Yeah, the water's looking cloudy. The main reason why that's happening is because there are extra minerals in your water that are causing to reflect the light, which then comes up as looking like a white cloudy mess kind of thing. That usually also kind of comes from having hard water. Let me guess. Let me say it to Tish. Like, are you located in a much more like arid desert type of area that might not get a whole lot of natural water? Say like you're in Utah or Nevada, Arizona, California even. Nitrate was high as well. God, these names on TikTok are wild, man. Because generally I've seen like this kind of issue means that you usually have hard water is what they call it, meaning that there are extra elements of like minerals and other things that are in your water, causing it to have this cloudy look to them. I've heard for basically the way to resolve that a lot of times is to find different types of water solutions that you can add to the water to help kind of clean that stuff out. You know, have it run through your sump system. If you have a sump system, have it run through that filtration system a little bit more and stuff. They usually can kind of help out there, but yeah, a lot of things also putting proper water treatment in there to make sure that, you know, there's different ways to kind of extract different types of minerals and things you don't want in there. Nitrate. Where's nitrate? Okay, so do you have any animals in that aquarium, or is it just the water right now? Were you about to put animals in there? Here does do fish tank nitrate cause. Okay, so it says like it kind of high levels of nitrate really does come from mainly, it says fish waste and food that hasn't broken down quite yet. So maybe you have an issue with maybe like overfeeding your fish by any chance, do you think? Or they're just not eating the food? or maybe if they are being overfed, that they're probably eating a lot, meaning a lot of extra waste coming out as well. You know, it happens. So I think those are the kind of things you might keep an eye on when it comes to your the health of your animal, health of the water in that tank right there. It's probably where you're getting that nitrate from. It's probably where you're getting a lot of the cloudiness from. How to get rid of hair algae? Very good question there. How to get rid of hair algae? I'm assuming like kind of all over like your aquascaping, right? It might have some algae kind of all over it and stuff, right? I have 6 fish. I had 2 parrots and the other cichlids. Nice. Oh, apologies. Let's see here. I'm gonna make these 75 bucks. More power to you, man. Yeah, like the rocks and stuff. I mean, honestly, a really good way to help out when it comes to algae growth on your aquarium is honestly get like shrimps and crabs and snails and things like that. But shrimp would be, adding shrimp to your system would actually help that a lot, especially with the rocks, because that's you'd have to manually like take those rocks out to clean them, right? To get it off right. Where if you have like shrimp, they'll just naturally pick at that stuff, pick it out of the way like constantly, right? I even talked about this with an aquarium expert that we recently ran into not too long ago. We made some videos about him, and he was talking. I was talking like, oh, what's the benefit of having like snails and crabs and shrimp in your tank? He's like, oh, they're just like cleanup crew, right? They'll help keep your tank cleaner longer. So I think that might be something to look into. Say, angel, what's it called? Get rid of hair algae. Make sure I'm not giving you wrong information here. Oh, yeah, just kind of like fibrous kind of growth that can kind of come around. Honestly, yeah, check out how to get some shrimp or something like that, you know. Any tips on how to get a copper banded butterfly fish or eat? What? Try catching it. That's a good way to eat it. I don't know. Remover. There are also different types of chemicals you can put into your aquarium. Let me see what the actual name of it is. But yeah, there are like various different types of products you can pick up for your hair algae if you want to try to remove that as well. A copper banded butterfly fish. Let me see. Copper banded butterfly fish. Why would you want to eat that? That's just a fish just living their best life. You get nothing out of that. You're too big of an animal to eat one of those little things. That's just rude. How dare you? Oh, sorry, can I see fishes from your room? Oh, absolutely. Arbaz. Are you still in the chat, Arbaz? Sorry, I missed the chat earlier there. I've been trying to manage 4 different chat rooms at the same time here. No, I was asking how to get them to eat food. Oh, yeah, that's way different. Oh, that's what you mean. Oh my gosh. I was like, how do you get them to eat? Or like, I don't know, you catch them? You have like a little spear or something? Oh. So it's like what to feed copperhead butterfly fish. So freshly chopped meaty seafood, including shrimp, clams, mussels, frozen mysis, if I pronounced that correctly, and frozen brine shrimp. Oh, so they're a bit of a hunter. They're a hunter. They're swimming around there looking to hunt. So maybe a little bit more in the way of like a little more protein, I guess is the way to look at it, I guess. They also mentioned, if I pronounce this correctly, it's like Arctic copepod concentrate, right? Am I saying that correctly? I'm sure there's different types of feed that you can get them, right? I see someone here on a thread saying finally their copperhead was eating. Says it's taken a few weeks, but I finally found food my new copperhead will eat. It's been happily grazing the rocks, but not taking any other foods. Tried some kind of frozen, some kinds of frozen in flow, in DIY feeders, mussels, you name it. But a quick trip to Waitrose, if I pronounce that correctly, after work, and they had some fresh oysters. Since putting in the tank, it hasn't stopped going back for more. So I guess we're a little more of a predator, I guess, around kind of think of stuff like that. Yeah, but our tanks are better than Petco. Best Buy Geek Squad, bro, what up? I guess right with the blue T-shirt. And I know how to fix computers. Yeah, I'm very well versed in computers as well. I can build them. I can definitely help fix them. I can only imagine the Geek Squad people, like, how, what's the majority of their issues, you know? What's their biggest problem they usually come across? They probably just get handed a computer like, it doesn't load anymore. Do I got any pufferfish? No, sadly, we don't have any pufferfish in there. I mean, if you have any tech support questions, I can maybe help you out. Like, what come my game isn't loading? Did you try restarting the computer? The majority of issues, printers doesn't connect. Oh, I think that's how printers are designed. I literally think that printers are designed to not work. Like, there's never been like an easy to use printer. That's just not a thing. Aquadream GTA 6, you trying to? Oh, yeah, I saw that recent trailer. That thing looked awesome. It almost looked too good. I'm like, there's no way the game looks this good. Like something needs to change, right? This apparently that trailer 2 was running on PlayStation 5, which I just like, how? Pre-order disc is going to be $130, dude. Maybe, with the price of games going up, possibly. Dude, Slack, you're just like really upset about nothing right now. Do you have the 175 gallon tank? Right here. This is our 175 gallon reef tank. We have different type. This is our reef tank version that we have. We also have 175 gallon, just like our regular aquariums. If you want to see like over here, apologies for seeing through the phones, but you can see like we have this other different type of aquarium right here as well. Comes in pretty much all other different types of sizes that you would expect for our aquarium. Sorry about the spin there. Trying to make things stay sturdy, you know. You're the type of dude to drive 10 under in the left lane. Oh my god. Perfect roast. I love it. That's creative. I like that. Get him, chat. No, Dom. I'm not trying to make a hostile environment. Yeah, I'm just out here just to talk about aquariums and help you guys out with any kind of questions you have when it comes to your aquariums. Is he like his response is, "No, you are. No, I'm not. I know you are, but what am I? I know what you are. But hey, it doesn't matter. I've been online for far too long to let people on the internet affect my mood. You can't hurt me. It's not possible. You won't. So don't put his car away in the parking lot. He just leaves it right in the parking stall, right? So when you find a spot, you're like, oh, that's a sweet spot, and there's a cart right in the parking stall. That's because of Slack. That's why. That makes sense. That absolutely makes sense. Now I know where that comes from now. No, I won't. Prove it. I need you to post a video of yourself on TikTok not leaving the cart in the parking lot. Leave it in the parking lot stall, right, where like you can like where all the other carts go. That'll let that slide. Leave it in the parking stall. I guarantee you do that, and I fully believe that until you prove me otherwise on TikTok. Just want to make fun of you, but if you're to make fun of people, you got to be able to be creative with it. Just saying like, just coming in and saying the hairstyle is wild, like that's not making fun of me. That's just making a comment. Do you watch stand-up comedy at all? Right? You probably should if you're trying to understand how jokes work. Anyway, so we're getting far too off topic, right? Keep it on topic when it comes to the aquariums, all our builds, everything else in between, right? Like, it doesn't matter about other stuff. Like this, for example. Wow! Look at that right there. How about that for a transition? Slack doesn't use turn signals. That's also, I believe that one as well. And I'll believe it until he posts it on TikTok. Otherwise, he's leaving carts in parking stalls and not using his turn signal while he's driving a Honda Prius or Toyota Prius. But yes, great addition for any kind of aquarium, guys, is one of these right here. Actually, I just realized I should be turning the camera around right here. If I do, wait, where do I flip the camera around here? Flip camera, and we'll whip you guys around like this. Whoa. Hopefully you guys can see me all right. Just a little bit better camera quality kind of thing, you know. Okay, we need to angle a little bit more this way. He doesn't use turn signals, that's so funny. Oops, guys, we're trying to make a little more this way. There we go. Trying hard to self-monitor the streams right now across all the different platforms here. But yeah, so we can get into the topic of wave makers. The beauty of a fantastic wave maker goes a long way, people. Let me tell you. All right, trust me when I say it's a game changer. It will change your game, absolutely. Being the fact that there's so many different functions that come with having a good wave maker. That it's the overall improvement of the health of your aquarium. It will be massive, right? So, say for example, we have one in our aquarium right here. By the way, I don't know if you can't really see that on stream, but we'll point to it later on, though. But so let me go through the various different types of benefits that these amazing things will have, amazing little things have, right? This is affect the fish circadian rhythm. Are you talking about the pumps? I would say no, but you can't. Well, I should say this. You can program. These are programmable, so you can have it like a day-night cycle as well. You can have it go through various periods where it turns off, so your fish aren't not having to constantly have to swim. But I will say though, having a pump run throughout the day does give your fish like a bit of a current to swim against, right? Meaning you get a chance to swim more, be more active. The more active they are, the more healthy they're going to be, right? And so it's a huge part when it comes to improving the health of your animals. Brain gamma rays? That's a good question there. I have not really looked into that. Can't catch me, K-Dog. But I would say it probably would be a good practice to have like a bit of a day-night cycle, or kind of like have it turn off and on every once in a while. But you don't want to have this turn off too often, because another great thing that this wave maker does is that it actually helps relieve the surface tension. Right here, surface tension is that space right between where air meets water, right? And there's that layer, like that skin layer kind of thing of where the water is. Now, the important thing is that you want to make sure that you're able to break that surface tension often, right? Because what that does, if you do not break the surface tension, a big thing that could happen is the fact that it can trap unwanted gases in the aquarium, and it'll struggle to leave to go, have that gas exchange of oxygen being entered into the water, and also having any kind of carbon dioxide or anything like that leaving the water, right? And therefore, having a wave maker does a great job of breaking that surface tension, so then you have that proper oxygen exchange. In the next live here is a torta showing me chicken wings. Oh my god, now you're making me hungry. Chowing on chicken wings. Wait, you mean like a torta? Like a sandwich? Like a sandwich? A torta? Absolutely demolished. Dude, you're making me hungry right now, alright? Ah, I want to. You're making me hungry. I'm trying to lose weight, alright? Come on, man. All I have is a small salad today for lunch. That's all I've had to eat today. I'll say another great benefit of having these wave makers in your system right here. It does cause a current, right? So then you have something for your fish to swim against. But also a great thing of having a current within your aquarium that it has that water movement happening. Therefore, leveling out the temperature of your water so that it's much more even out. You know, torta is a big Mexican one. Okay, I did not know that. I just know tortas as the sandwich. Well, now now you're probably laughing like, oh, tortas, I'm hungry now. You're like, bro, chill. See, I can speak a little Spanish, but I'm not too up to date when it comes to my Spanish slang. But now I know. The more you know. So you're saying like if I go to a Mexican restaurant, I need to be real careful of how I order the torta. If I walk in saying like "Hola torta," you're like, "Whoa, hey, no, hola torta." They go, "Oh, okay, that makes sense." Ah, está bien. You know. But yeah, back on the topic of wave makers here. So it's not like I said earlier, since you have that current that happens, these cause a current within the tank. That current helps make that water move around throughout the entirety of the tank, meaning with that movement, makes it so that the water temperature evens out, because usually you want your temperature of your water right around 75 to about 80 degrees Fahrenheit when it comes to any of your aquariums for any kind of tropical fish out there. And so having that temperature leveled out evenly, really important, right? Especially if you have like lights that are rather close to the surface of the water. So, for example, like this light right here, like even though it's not that close to the surface of the water, lights emit heat, right? And if there's no movement of the water in the aquarium, the problem would be then like the light will just constantly be beating down on that water, heating it up over time. So you have like a really hot spot right there, and maybe some other areas of the tank would be a little cooler, making it so that your fish might not want to hang out in those cold spots or those hot spots. So having a wave maker like this right here helps kind of even out the whole temperature of the tank. Most Latinas know torta is big woman. But how come there's a sandwich called how come like those sandwiches are called tortas? I'm gonna see if she can slow down her consumption. Dude, bruh, TikTok chat being wild once again. So we talked about surface tension breaking when it comes to the wave makers. We talked about the water circulation as well. We're evening out the temperatures there. And that's also with the water circulation happening that it will help also with the settling of debris. When there's no water movement happening, anything that kind of lands on a rock or the gravel or anything, it's just going to stay there. And that's something you might not really want to have happen in an aquarium. Makes you have to do maintenance more often, clean the tank more often, things like that. So a way to prolong the inevitability of having to clean out your tank is actually a wave maker. I told you multiple uses with this thing. So the big thing with that, since you have that water circulation happening, that kind of will help kind of evenly distribute any kind of debris that might be kind of landing around in the aquarium, right? And hopefully keep it or help it keep it up suspended in the water, which will hopefully get grabbed by your filtration system. So like I said, there's so many different uses and benefits of having a wave maker within your aquarium. We have a ton of these as well. For this one in particular, it has 6-pole DC motor control, also smooth operation, and a long life that can come with it. 6 flow modes with 9 frequency conversions. Also has self-cleaning as a feed mode and a night mode, and 360 degrees. a fantastic water pumping for you guys. You can take it out of the box so you guys can see exactly what I'm talking about here. So we have just like some extra power cables in here. Not that exciting. You know how power cables work. Well, basically this is like what it looks like IRL right here. It does come with like a little bit of a hockey puck kind of thing, which you stick on the outside of your tank. So basically what this will do is say you have like a wall, the glass wall of your aquarium, right? And so then it will kind of, you stick that onto this side, you have a magnet that goes through the glass of your tank, so it kind of sits there, which allows you to kind of move the water pump however you see fit, right? Wherever you think will be best for like the optimal flow location could be, right? We also have the little controller that comes with it as well. You have opportunities for changing the mode, changing the speeds right here as well. You can check out what kind of settings we have as well on top of that. So a lot of different options for you guys. How many gallons per hour? Does it actually mention gallons per hour? Because it doesn't really, because we mention gallons per hour a lot when it comes to say like a water pump, but for a wave maker, that's a little different. Does it even mention it on here on the box? Oh yeah, it does. So we have 3 different models of wave makers right here. Our smallest one is a 20 watt that can output 1,590 gallons per hour. We also have a 30 watt, which can do 2,380 gallons per hour. And you also have a 50 watt that can do 4,760 gallons per hour. So that's a lot of movement. That's a lot of movement happening in your tank right there. Which might go like, no way they can push that much. No way you can push that many gallons per hour. But I mean, when the thing is just running all day long, right? So it makes sense that you would be able to pump out that much water. So if that's something you're looking for, then it definitely would be a great addition for anybody's aquarium out there. I appreciate the question there. Apologies. I appreciate the question there. So kobolds and corals, if I pronounced that correctly. Thank you very much for coming by the stream. I should also just give a quick little shout out. If you guys are new to the stream or channel, make sure you give us a follow. Let you know next time we go live, and every time we do any kind of content posts or any kind of new deals or promotions that we have going on. I have a few flash sales that have been going on throughout the rest of this week here for Aquadream. So if you guys want to catch any good deals, following the channel is the best way to figure out when those go live. It's kind of something to keep in mind there. We're also on all of our other social platforms. We're on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube as well. We also have our own location online called Aquadream USA. Com. I can't say the full name because if I did, TikTok would be very upset with me. They recognize, they listen in. They really do. But you can also go to that location online. And if you do, your first purchase of an aquarium would be 15% off your first purchase. And then any other kind of item would be 5% off your first purchase. So a good thing to keep in mind when it comes to, if you're looking to take the plunge, dive right in to owning an Aquadream aquarium. That'd be the best way for you to go about doing that. So I appreciate the question there, kobolds, and corals. Yeah. We're going to go into our next little topic here that we're going to talk about. Can't catch me, dog. You're just wild. You're wild in the chat right now. He's wild on Maine right now, like a mad lad. But this is also another great product that we have. I have a video on this on our TikTok page if you are so curious. So those should be tagged down below. If not, it's on our TikTok shop. This is our low-level suction water pump that is fully submersible. I have a video coming out very soon showcasing the raw power of this specific item right here. And let me tell you, it will. If you're looking at a quick way to transfer water, this might be the best way to go about doing it. It is a mean machine when it comes to moving water. Specifically, if you want to know the GPH on it, it's 1,452 gallons per hour for this bad boy. What's that? This is our low-level suction pump that's fully submersible. It's great for pumping water from one location to another. Essentially, basically, it will suck in the water from down below. It comes out through the spout up here, and you can just fasten a like a tube on top of that. If it's nice and airtight, you can just put it on right there, and it'll just do exactly what it needs to do when it comes to moving water around. Or if you want to help clean your tank out, right? One of our pumps like this, super beneficial to help kind of move the water, say, out of your tank to a new location. What would it work to clean a fish tank? I mean, if you have any kind of debris at the bottom of your tank or something like that, yeah, absolutely, it would work. Dude, TikTok chat just being wild out there, being wild on Maine right now. But like, for example, I saw this video that I have going out likely tomorrow, if not later this week. That it just does a great job of just moving water from one place to another, right? So you don't have to like use buckets. Say if I wanted to like drain this tank down to like this level and replenish it with new fresh water or something like that, right? Rather than grabbing like a bucket to kind of just scoop out the water one at a time, that's tiring and extremely time consuming. If I want to just kind of move the water quickly, honestly, I'd probably just put this thing like in the water and just hold it down like that. Let the water flow happen, move it out to like a bucket or something like that, and it'd be working. It's just so much easier when it comes to cleaning out your aquariums. Especially any kind of debris or anything like that, it definitely will pick it up. DJ Loop, thank you much for the follow there. Far too kind. Ain't gonna shock the fish, right? Now it's fully submersible, so there's no chance of any electricity going in. I mean, I would suggest to move your fish to a new location before, because it is a very strong suction pump right here. Like, even though you can kind of see it down below, then yeah, like it'd be very tough for a fish to get stuck in there, especially with this little part right here. But it definitely could happen, right? So if you were to, move your fish around, I would suggest like grabbing a little mesh net, put them in a cup or something just to kind of hold them over for a temporary point of time. Use this thing to kind of just really get that water moving, and then you'll be able to put your fish back in once you replenish the water in there. IGL Scrappy, in-game leader Scrappy, right? And I'm assuming that's what IGL stands for. If not, let me know. But that's my esports gamer mind sees IGL. I'm like, in-game leader. Is this the same tank from the scene in Finding Nemo where the fish escaped through the filter? No, it's not. Though we do have the blue tanks like Dory, and we do have goldfish like Nemo and his dad. So, I mean, but the tank is clean, right? The starfish in that movie, not needed. This tank stays clean. The tank is clean! But yeah, no, but I would say that these fish, I mean, they're beautiful looking fish. They could be, the successors to the live action Finding Nemo version, because that seems to be Disney's new thing, is to just do a live action version of a classic. So like this little guy right here, that could be Dory, no problem. That could be Nemo right there. And that would be, eating good over here. We have some high quality, talented fish living in the live action Finding Nemo. Imagine if they did a live action Finding Nemo. That would be wild. What's underneath the tank? Is it just storage? Oh no, we got way more than just storage. I can probably just pick up the phone and I can show you guys exactly what we're looking at here. Underneath the tank down here is an entire filtration system that comes built in with the cabinet. Actually, I'll show you this. I'll show you. I'll just pick you. I'll pick you guys up. You guys are getting uppies. Hang on. I can try to show you what I'm talking about here. So, this is our aquarium right here. All right. Down below, underneath here, is the sump filtration system. Now, I will say, just keep in mind, guys, that it might not look the cleanest in there, but functionally, it still is exactly what you would expect it to be. Especially with our aquariums, they come with everything you need day one, so like a protein skimmer, water pump, filter media, things like that. It all comes included. I'm just going to open this up right here for you guys so you can kind of see what we're talking about here. So, let's flip the camera around. So you guys can see what the filtration system looks underneath the right down there. Like I said, not the fanciest looking thing. It looks like I might need to replenish a little bit of the water right there as well. That's like the protein skimmer that we have going on right here. And then you can see the different types of filter media that we have down in the rocks. And then we have our water pump right there as well. You know, obviously pumping that water, doing the best it can right there. But yeah, there's a little bit of the filtration system right there. You can see all the different types of filter media. We do sell this filter media on our TikTok shop. So if you are curious about it, that's a good location to go check out. Of course, we have it on our location online as well. I believe we also sell these rocks right here. Again, I'm not 100% sure, but yeah, like I said, guys, it's not the cleanest. This is what it looked like when I showed up here, and I haven't had time to do any deep cleaning. But that's what underneath the tank looks like. I'll show you the other one over here, where it's definitely much more a little cleaner for sure. Let me move this out of the way here for you guys real quick. There we go. So let's flip this camera around right here so you guys can see what I'm talking about here. So we have, Emerald Gem. Thanks for coming back to the stream. Mineral water or just filter rocks? Oh, it's just filter rocks. So like, this is our other different type of aquarium that we have. It uses the same type of glass as we have for the reef aquarium. That's right behind me. Same type of glass. All of our aquariums use tempered glass for some nice high quality experience right there. You can see how different it is, right? This is like our kind of our normal looking aquariums, not our reef aquarium. But you can see underneath what it looks like when you pick up a new one here. I am using a little bit of storage. It's a little messy in here as well. It comes with this filter media pads right here. You can see this is where the water pump goes. Comes with a pump inside the aquarium right there, right? And then you also have your sheet filter media. You have your biological filter media zone 2 and also zone 1 over here as well. Like I said, these also do come with a protein skimmer. It's not inside this exact one because it's much more. We've kind of built this one more for just like for show. But it comes with all the kind of necessary tubing that you need, all the necessary pipes that you need for your aquarium to do well, to be up and running day one when it comes to your aquariums. But yeah, this is what it looks like underneath all of our aquariums. It all comes built in, part of the aquariums. If you are so curious and want to know more about them, that's well, that's what you got to do, you know. Okay, let me set you guys back on top of here. Oh, there we go. Alright, we'll see how it looks on here so I can monitor the stream properly. Oh my god, I actually lined that up perfectly. I'm a legend. I have done this for far too long. But yeah, but there is also, I should also say that there's also space for storage underneath these aquariums as well. Right here. You can see there is storage right here as well when it comes to the aquarium. So we do give you space to hold different things like foods or cleaners and things like that. We do recognize that, yeah, you're going to need some, you want to keep all your aquarium needs all in one place, right? That's the best place to do it. What did the shark say after eating a clownfish? It tasted funny? No. Oh my gosh. All right, get out. We can't have that in here. No. I'm trying to think of other fish puns. I'm trying to think of one right now. I can't think of one right now. What's a shark's favorite sandwich? I don't know, what peanut butter and jellyfish? Oh my gosh. Okay, first of all, sharks do not eat jellyfish. Okay, I know that for a fact. Don't try to pass that. Don't try. All right, if you're gonna do some, eat some, you know, scientifically accurate comedy only here. Okay, no, I'm just kidding. Bean Queen, thanks for coming by this live stream over here. But yeah, so we got that. So we talked about the wave maker. We talked about the aquarium. We talked about the sump system. We talked about the water pump here. We talked about. I mean, we have other. I mean, it's not only this. We have other different types of water pumps. We have way more than just this one. We also have this type of water pump right here. Like a nice little cutie water pump right here. Just something you can fit inside your aquarium. Again, if you have any kind of smaller size stuff, it totally works super well with it. And it's super cute. Look at that. Go smell it. Look how small it is. SMOL type of small. Right? Caesar, thank you very much. Thank you very much for the follow. Appreciate that. Get a little fist bump there for you. Dakota, welcome to the stream. These type of water pumps here. We have another type of water pump as well. Oh yeah, this one right here. This is our Intelligent DC Sign Wave Eco Water Pump. This one right here, these water pumps are designed for some heavy duty stuff, right? Thanks for the wave there, Dakota. Nice to see you. Thank you very much for coming by. I see some likes coming in. I appreciate everyone typing like on the stream. Helps us out a ton. Especially at our level, every like really does go a long way. So we really do appreciate you guys coming in for the support, coming into the chat, hanging out and talking, just kind of hanging out with us, vibing, talking about aquarium stuff, talking about all our different types of products that we have here at Aquadream. But yeah, I appreciate everyone coming by. Thank you all very much for your time. You know, there's a million different things you can do online, and the fact you want to spend your time here, greatly appreciated. So if you like what you're seeing, you know, likes always appreciated. Subscribe, also follows also appreciated. So then you know whenever you have any kind of new promotions or new products or any kind of deals going on, you know where to find us. Right here on social. You know. And when you know, you're in the know. And sometimes you just need to know. Right? Exactly. But yeah, back to the water pump. So this stuff right here, like pretty much the same exact thing like I mentioned earlier, but this one does a great job of working with it's a much more heavy duty type of pump. Like this one would be something you'd use for say like an outdoor system, like a fountain or a pond or something like that would use like a large scale kind of production when it comes to like your aquatic fantasies, right? So for example, like this one, it does have like a DC motor control and a very smooth operation with a long life build quality with it as well. You can change your different flow rate auxiliary. You also self-cleaning. You can automatic pressure increase or decrease as well. It was 1 to 20 step for flow regulation, 2 to 20 step for wave making function as well. But you use this much more for like a protein skimmer, a fountain, pond, or a aquarium tank as well. But you know, some heavy duty stuff. Does it say how many gallons per hour it pushes out here? I'm not exactly sure. No. Oh yeah, it does. So this one in particular. Apologies there. This is our DCS 2000, which is capable of pushing out 530 gallons per hour when it comes to one of these bad boys right here. So you know that if you have high aquatic needs, this might be where you need to go. Talking about pond system pumps, I can show you an example of it, the large scale version of it in action right here. Well, not in action, but like at least what it looks like in person. Michael Allen, the pair, thank you much for that follow. Appreciate you. You see this one. This is like so basically like this is the pump. This is you as a pump, right? And this is the pump she tells you not to worry about. All right. You can see, like, look at the cord on this thing. This thing is thick. But yeah, this is much more. This size kind of water pump is much more designed for like exterior type of setups, right? Be it for like say like a koi pond, the fountains, or things like that, or just really massive aquariums. If I remember correctly, this one. Do I have a box around me? No. If I remember correctly, this one can do like. Actually, let me look it up real quick to make sure I got the right number. I want to say it's close to 7,000 gallons per hour. I guess one thing I should ask for you guys out here in the chat, does anyone here in the chat have like any kind of aquarium setups? And if so, like what gallon size do you guys have? What kind of animals do you have within your aquarium? I'm curious. So I know like if I'm talking to the right people here. Because why talk about koi ponds when no one here is even close to owning one, you know what I mean? Because I can just go on tangents, right? Because that's one thing about live streaming. You just gotta keep filling the dead air, right? If you don't speak or say anything, it's just dead air. and then people get uninterested and just leave. And we do not want that to happen. No, we do not. No, we do not. Those clean Chevy. Thank you much for the follow. Ooh. Oh, sorry. Let's see here. So let's open up this. Let's open up our location online here. So we type in DCS 2000. Okay, so that actually that. Oh, I was way off. This one does 530 gallons per hour. I thought it was way higher. Because our other DCS oh my gosh, I can't speak. Our other DCS models kind of go ham. For a specific example, we have this one that can do 3,170 gallons per hour. Kind of wild. Am I right? You better believe it. Of course I'm right. I have to talk about this stuff every day. Of course I'm right. Escobar, welcome to the stream. Yo, it's Raro, if I pronounce it correctly. Thank you much for coming by. Brooks, thanks for coming by. See you there. Wiggy. Thank you much for coming by. Hey, Benji, welcome back to the live stream, man. How you been? How you doing? Say hi to your mother for me. I always just think about, like, sometimes I always just think of, like, random SNL skits. The one I always found was hilarious was, put this back right here. One of my all-time favorite Saturday Night Live skits was Mark Wahlberg talks to animals. You think you're tough, bud? Yeah, what, you want a piece of this? You see this aquarium? You trying to get a piece of this? You ain't ready to catch these. You ain't ready to catch these fins, all right? Chop, chop. You ain't ready for this. But it was like it was Andy Samberg doing an impression of Mark Wahlberg, and he just like went. They had like a bunch of animals set up on the stage, and he just kind of would like lean over like, "Hey, chicken, what's up? How you doing? Yeah, you're a chicken, huh? How's that like? All right, good. Say hi to your mother for me." It's one of my favorite skits. I found it just hilarious. Just Mark Wahlberg talking to animals. It's freaking hilarious. I feel super weird with what this camera is doing to, like, this camera angle is doing to me right now, because like it's making my legs look gigantic and making my top half of my body look super small. Like I'm not that oddly shaped. Like I look normal, right? Like this is normal. I look like a normal person, but when I'm sitting down in this chair, my legs look gigantic and my head looks tiny. But what you been up to, Ben? It has been a while since we've seen you kind of hop in the chat, but kind of just roll like hi and bye. Kind of. So what you been up to, man? How was your weekend? Right? But Wednesday now, right? Yeah, Wednesday now. So, yeah, we've had a few days. We had the whole weekend by. Or do you got any plans going on this weekend by any chance? You're going to be taking care of your aquariums. You're like, yes, I'm going to be pampering my fish with a proper Aquadream. Tanks, filters, pumps. I'll be treating my animals properly. Like, look at these guys right here. Look how happy these guys are. Don't you want a happy little fish like this? Look at that guy. Look how great that guy is. Yeah, for myself, like last weekend was pretty chill. Actually, we actually went out on, was it Tuesday? Yesterday. Was it yesterday? No. Yeah. We went on Monday, yeah, for Cinco de Mayo on Monday. Went to a little taco place over here by where we lived, or live, I should say. $3.50 margaritas. Yeah, that was a good deal. I like that. They were super weak. Well, actually, not really. I had two, and I was like, if I have another one, I won't be able to drive home. Jose the True. Hey, bro. Wait, bro. Hey, I'm trying to speed joy today. How are you? What do you mean? What do you mean by speed joy? Like trying to just get dopamine as quickly as possible? Like I'm just scrolling through TikTok trying to get instant gratification. Spread joy. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I read that wrong. My bad. Spread joy. Well, thank you very much. Hey, see, there are people out there online who want to spread positivity. That's a beautiful thing. No, I swear to God, like I have undiagnosed dyslexia. I'm sure of it. There's some type of learning disability I have when it comes to reading. I don't. It's like sometimes I just read things and I just don't comprehend it. But if it's in a video, no problem. I got it. I can pick it up, no problem. Yeah, but we had someone else. Yeah, Chris, we had like someone else earlier in the stream right here, just being like really rude and just being like annoying, and like I think some people in the chat even started roasting him. Like, was like one of the comments were like, "I bet this guy drives 10 miles underneath the speed limit in the fast lane," or this guy leaves the cart in the parking lot. Like, yeah, he definitely would. That guy definitely would. Chris, no, he's spending too much positivity. He's too much of a good guy. I will say that we are getting close to the end of the live stream here, guys. We're going to we got about 3 minutes left before we got to wrap things up here. So if you are new to this channel, make sure you tap follow. Let you know next time we do go live, or we upload any kind of content, or we do any kind of promotions, or any kind of deals or anything like that. You'll find it first here on social. So make sure you give us a follow, give us a like, all that good stuff, you know. Of course, the fact you guys want to come by here and hang out, just chat about, you know, whatever, mainly tank stuff related, more than appreciated. So I really do want to say thank you guys for your time today. Really makes the live stream experience go by way better. That's for sure. But yeah. Well, anyways, I think we're getting close to wrapping things up a little bit here, though. Unless there's anything you guys want to talk about or any questions you want to know before we call it quits on the live stream today. You know, we talked about the wave makers. Fantastic little bundles right there. Little bundles of joy. We talked about this pump. We talked about this pump. We also talked about this pump. You know, and a bunch of other stuff. You know, well, a bunch of extra little stuffs and things and all that kind of stuff in between. But yeah, I think right now, guys, I think we're going to call it good on the stream. I just want to appreciate everyone coming by. Thank you all very much for taking time out of the day to watch and hang out, chat, ask questions, just be weird online. That's also appreciated as well. It's engagement. That's what matters the most. But yeah, so I'm going to start wrapping things up here. So we got our friends over here on Instagram. I'm going to say goodbye to y'all. Thank you very much for watching Discard Media. And also our friends over here on the Facebook side of things. And we're going to wrap it up over here as well. There we go. And of course, our friends over here on the YouTube side of things. Call it good there.